Hello, I'm Lee from Brim the Horizon, and I'm hanging out with Rob on Punkvideosrock.
These are beautiful, man. Like, tell me about the creative process in making these and why the classic look.
Um, Basically, like, I'd been playing Gibsons for quite a while, so I've always liked that style of guitar and stuff. And I got talking to someone from Epiphone, and they came up with the idea of like trying to do this, like trying to do like a custom guitar. So obviously, I were up for it because it's a cool brand and stuff. So um, they just sent me like a bunch of Epiphones to like try and play and see what I liked about them, and then told me to just send them basically fill in a sheet of everything I wanted and stuff, and I just sent them whatever cool stuff I wanted to put on there or how I wanted it to feel, the weight and everything, and then they just sent me a couple of prototypes back, and we went back and forth for a bit, and then came up with that guitar. So it's pretty cool.
Now, I mean, for those that don't really know guitars the way that you do, what are the must-haves on a really good guitar?
For me, it's just like how comfortable it feels is one thing, and then like just the sound mostly is what I wanted to go for. Like I wanted it to sound a certain way that fits to like the way I play and stuff, but then you can use in any style, because obviously I want people to be able to play it in any style of music. So like I made sure that everything I want for wasn't just like for like playing in a metal band or something like that, because on that guitar, like the stuff, the pickups that you've got and stuff, you can do any genre on. The feel of it, and I feel like the look of it as well appeals to anyone who likes guitars rather than just a kid wanting to play in a metal band.
Now, I hear this one was kind of inspired by an older guitar that you like that they don't make anymore. Tell me a little bit about that guitar.
It's called a Gibson Artisan, and I've always like, I don't know, pretty much sit on eBay looking for that guitar to come up for sale a lot, and it were pretty limited, I think, to like a couple of thousand made, but like everything about it I kind of wanted to get from that. So like the colour and stuff is a similar colour to what I liked about that, and then the inlays, which is all like the stuff on the headstock and in the neck, that is like drawn by the same guy who did the one on the Gibson. Well, like the designs by the same guy, he like resent them through and that, so it's pretty insane that the guitar I like has got the same inlays on and stuff. So yeah.
You even went into like the weight of the guitar. So how important is that for a guitar?
For me, I don't know. I like to feel like quite a weighty guitar. When it's quite light, it don't feel the same to me. So like most of my guitars, I try and go for like ones that are unchambered, so they're still pretty weighty. So I wanted this guitar to feel like an old school Gibson when they used to just be heavy and hurt your back.
Now, as far as the strings too, you went a little heavier on those also.
Yeah, I'm not sure what comes on the actual shop model though, but I'm pretty sure it'll be like a standard set. But with mine, when I play live, like when I tune to C, I use a 80 gauge to 12, and then a 60 to 11 in standard. So they're like really heavy strings, but I think it keeps the sound really tight, and the way I play it suits really well.
Now, I mean, you mentioned earlier you've always been loyal to Gibson and Epiphone. What is it about them that keeps you a loyal customer?
They just make good guitars and like good instruments. Like I don't know, like I used to be with companies and stuff, and they'd like build me guitars, and I'd try and make them look like a Gibson, and then I was like, it kind of makes sense to just get a Gibson, because I always wanted my guitars to be like Gibsons before that. So I don't know, I just think they're really good guitars, and obviously a lot of people think that because they are good. So yeah.
Now, when you first found out that you were going to do your signature guitar, did you consider the band at all? Like, oh, let's get some input from the guys, or were you just like, this is just going to be me, guys?
Pretty much just me. I don't. Any of the guys are not that bothered. They're just like, yeah, they don't really mind what I'm playing. So I just wanted something that I really liked and that I thought would just look really classy and stuff. So yeah, I just did it. What was it in my head at the time?
Now, guitars definitely aren't cheap, and the classier they look, the more expensive they get. So how are you able to put all of that good stuff in this guitar, like pack it up, and then yet you still have an affordable price?
I was down to Epiphone, because they did, like I said, they just told me tell us what you want and they'll do it. So like I did, and it's turned out amazing, and so I have no idea how they kept the cost down, but they sound awesome, they play awesome, so I'm happy.
Now, are you currently using this guitar on tour?
Yeah, I use them for every song now, so I've got like enough of the prototypes, so I play them all live, every song.
And then what about like studio-wise? Is this something that you would be using as well, or do you prefer a different model with Gibson?
Definitely, yeah. I've used one recently in the studio and stuff, and it's awesome. You can get like every sound I want out of it, so yeah.
Cool. Now, you're currently on tour right now. We have like what, 2 weeks left on this tour?
I think about 3 weeks left.
How's it been for you so far?
Really good, yeah. It's cool to be supporting Day to Remember and stuff, and it's cool to play a shorter set. So you just get in and play all like the exciting songs and then get off stage. So it's a lot more relaxing than doing a headline show, because you haven't got the pressure as much. But it's been a really good tour. Shows have been insane.
Now, how different has it been now with like a major label like RCA behind you guys?
It's been pretty crazy, to be honest, because like we were on a pretty small label in England before that. So as soon as we went onto like RCA, you just notice like more of a worldwide push or whatever, and they've got so many people working in every different like aspect of what the band's doing. Like when you go to their like offices and stuff, it's like a tower block of like offices rather than one room. So it's pretty crazy that there's that many people that like do stuff for our band. So it's cool.
Now this year you guys have been touring like crazy. With a label backing like that, do you feel like you're done with the promotion of the album? Do you think it's going to be longer before you start considering another one?
I think like this cycle of Sempiternal's kind of coming to an end when we play Wembley in England. That's like kind of caps it off, and then we're going to start writing early next year. So we're definitely wanting to get an album out pretty soon, as soon as possible. So we're all going to start writing from the start. Well, as soon as we get home probably, and try and get one out.
So this tour ends, like you said, 3 weeks. What else are you guys going to be doing?
We go to Japan at one point, and Thailand for a little bit. So we do that, and then Wembley in England. I think that's it.
Nice. Now this guitar comes out in October. Is there like a set release date for it yet?
There probably is, but I've probably forgot it. But I think it might be like the 21st of October, maybe. Some around then.
Do you have an idea of maybe like the price range that we can expect?
I think in England it's £600, so I don't know how that relates over here.
We're gonna have to calculate that one at home.
It's around that.
Well, thanks for hanging out with me, dude. I really love the guitar. I'm not a guitar player, but I might end up having to just buy one anyways. Gotta support.
Cheers, man.